Ekiti Buzz.
Just inspire you to keep pushing, and this is definitely one of them. Can you imagine being the only student in your class from 100 level to 400 level? Meet with the Ekiti State University students who went through 4 years without a single coursemate, no group work, no classmates, just her and her dreams. This is where you know consistency and motivation comes in. Let's hear how she did it and what kept her going when it all felt like she was all alone by herself. My name is Gabriel Olaloa, and here with me is
Ajiwun, Dorcas, the student that went viral for being the only one in our department.
Actually, hearing your story for the first time, I've been so eager to meet with you because your story is really, really amazing. Being the only student in your department, how did that even happen?
Well, I got admission into Ekiti State University 2021, but because of the strike, we resumed 2022. I resumed September 2022 and I started my registration. First, when I started my registration, I wasn't thinking much about it. I saw like list of students on my HOD table, so I thought we were like much. So when I started my classes, my registration, I didn't see any other coursemate. I didn't see anybody coming for registration and anything. I didn't really think much of it because my plan was to come to school and just be alone.
Wow.
I just wanted to do my thing alone. I didn't want any lecturer. My plan was that any lecturer would not know me. I'll just come for classes, go home and be like a shadow in the school. So I started doing my registration. I didn't think much of it, and later on I found out that I was the only student and I just went on with it.
So when you later realized that you would be the only student attending lectures, doing the whole things by yourself, what came through your mind? What went through your mind?
I thought it would be boring. I was thinking that, oh my God, this is going to be so boring. Like the experience is going to be 100% boring, because my thought was to have like other course-mates, have school experience and everything. Sure. And I already knew that making friends would be very, very hard, because most people, their friends are their course-mates first before they go outside their department. So that's what I just thought of.
Actually, we all know there are going to be tough days in university. It is a normal thing here in the Nigerian education sector.
Yes.
So how did you stay motivated, then you don't get weighed down with all these bad 12 days? How did you get to pull through them?
Well, I already started the journey, so my own main focus was to finish it. So for me to start the 100 level myself, I was like, I didn't want any other course to even start with. I picked my course. I wanted my course. So they're still doing the same thing. If we were like much, they'll still teach me. I'm still getting value for my money that I was paying. So I didn't really think of it. My motivation was just to get my degree, and I think I did that, yes.
Talking about your lecturers, did they treat you differently, or you were well treated by them?
No, I won't say they treated me good. Kudos to my lecturers, but then they treated me differently too, because you definitely know that, okay, the way they treat other students like that much, it's just still different, because some will remind you they are the only one. They're just joking. They remind they are the only one, and I've forgotten something, but it's fine. But yeah, so I remember they will also not take you serious sometimes, because I'm the only one. They have to if they have students that are much like my juniors or my seniors that are more than me, they prioritize them over me most times, which is also fine, and I understand, because you can't compare. They can use 30 minutes to take me and 1 hour, 2 hours takes to be here, because you are teaching a lot of students. So yeah, that's the only aspect that I realized that okay, they created the gap between us. Okay,
during those gaps, is there any moment you felt like giving up? Probably you just ending it all, no continue with the course?
No, there's no, and never. I didn't have any moment like that, because my parents, like I said, my family, myself, I put in so much effort into coming to school. So I never thought of giving up. It wasn't just something I thought of. Yes.
I know this is a lot of experience for you, a lot of stuff for you. So what have you learned about this experience, and what motivation has it given you towards life itself?
Okay, I didn't think much of it before now that it went viral and everyone started commenting how resilient and confident and determined I am. I just feel like before this event, personally, I'm a very independent person. So going into something like this, it wasn't too hard for me at all, because I'm used to doing my things and going for whatever I want in my life. So, but what I would say is that it taught me to always show up for myself and speak up, because I had to talk. If I need help, I don't know, I don't have anybody to give me information.
Sure,
So if I
sure.
need help, I have to go and meet my lecturers, even if I don't have that much confidence, even when I'm scared. I have to go and meet my lecturer, I have to go and meet some people, I have to talk. I have to make friends with other people from the department to like get information. I had to come out of my comfort zone. So I realized that you can't do this life alone. It really taught me that you need people to build yourself, and that's fine. That's fine. And yeah, that's what I learned.
Okay, so looking back now, what would you say is your biggest challenge and your biggest win during these times in school?
Well, firstly, my biggest challenge was during the exam. Like, I would just say it's during exam. Exams are always hard, very, very hard,
Sure,
because I always put in extra effort to read and everything. It's not like normal students don't put in a lot of effort. They do. But mine was just like, I had to create my notes myself. I always create my notes myself, because no, it's not exactly what my lecturers would take me in class. They might give me just little material. Like, I can't write that in exam. I have to be broad with my definition. So I always create my notes myself and read everything from beginning to finish and write exam. I would say exam was my biggest challenge. And the second one, my win, it also made me smart to an extent, because you are reading. So even if your lecturer is to take you like 3 times that semester, you know that, okay, during exam, when you read, at least you've covered like what they were meant to teach you, and you just know that, okay, yeah, I know this thing that I read. And yeah, my biggest win is that, yeah, part of that.
Okay, I think we've known a lot about your journey in school. Now let's come to the end. How did you celebrate your sign out? How did you go about it? You know, you being alone, no classmates, no FIB week, nothing. How did you go about that?
Okay, so I made friends from other departments like tourism and geography and planning science, GPS. I made friends. I have friends. So I decided not to do FYB on my own. Not that, no, I just decided not to do FYB.
So you joined them?
Yeah, I could have joined them, but I just decided not to do it on my own. But sign out, I have my sisters in this school, so shocking fact. I have 2 sisters in this school. We entered the same year. So they're like my best friends. So I already knew that, okay, if no one is going to show up for me, my sisters.
Sisters by blood?
Yeah, by blood. I have my sisters, my cousins in this school.
Wow.
So I already knew that, okay, I have like big space. I think that was part of the reason why I didn't feel lonely, because I'm coming from a family, like I brought my family with me to school. So I know that, okay, anything I'm doing in school, I'm just coming back home to stay with my family. So yeah, it wasn't hard. My sisters came up. They showed up for me,
so
and they made me happy. So
it's something like home away from home.
Yes, home away from my parents. Yes, that's just all. Yes.
So what advice will you give to anyone who feels he or she is alone in this academic journey? What advice would you give to that kind of person?
Someone in my situation?
Yes.
Well, if that's really what you want and you decide to stay and finish the journey, I would say that you just continue, because you know what you wanted. Like, the fact that you've done 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, no matter how hard your lecturers take you or how they treat you, because I know they will get to you sometimes. They will insult you, they say you're not serious, they will not know how much effort you put into working and surviving alone as a student. But I'll just tell you that you have to keep going. You have to just keep going. You have to read and just try to be successful for yourself. At the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself, not your lecturers. They're just there to like help you get what you want to get. So yeah, I'll just tell you to keep going.
Thank you for honoring our call. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank
actually.
you.
And you look pretty,
Thank
by the way.
Thank
so we won't see more than this on this program today. So I guess this is all. What else do you think you have to say to us?
Okay, I want to say thank you to Ekiti State, because if not for Ekiti State, I won't be like, yeah, first off. And secondly, I want to appreciate my school personally, EKSU, my department, my HODs and my lecturers, because if not for them, I don't think I would have actually scaled through. some, not all were nice, but some, like I'll say 90%, made my life easy. And you know the stereotype of men in women's space,
Sure.
they actually held me down. Even when other lecturers who want to, like, from another department want to, like, towards me, they were like, don't worry, we got you. Like, they'll tell me that they'll tell me what to do to avoid getting into trouble with that lecturer. So I would say my lecturers really did good, because I have in my school three people take environmental management, from geography and planning science and tourism. So my lecturers, they are widespread. So I want to thank Department of Geography and Planning Science, Environmental Management and Tourism, and the school at large. So yeah, that's what I have to say. I'll tell people not to give up on your dream, no matter what it is. Keep going. Thank you.
So if I'm to ask, would you like to do this again? I mean, how your whole academic journey like went. Would you like to do it again?
Well, that question is very tricky, because it was a very hard experience. Aside from school, personally, I had some really traumatic experience during school. I would only do it again if I don't have those experiences like I had outside school in the years of me being in school. But I don't think I'll do it again, because I already tried it the first time and I know how it went. So I don't think I'll do it again. Yes.
Okay, thank you. What an inspiring journey. From being the only student in our department to finally graduating with pride. This should let you know that determination truly beats the horde. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, your story could be the next one to inspire someone out there. Once again, this is Ekiti Buzz, and my name is Gabriel Olaoluwa.